For tonight's interview, we wanted to get a more personal perspective on the man who is now the leader of the Catholic Church. So we talked with the eldest brother of the now former Cardinal Robert, Prevost. We talked to Louis Prevost. Louis, it is a big thing that has happened. What's it been like since the news hit you?
It's been hectic, to say the least. It was big news to us. I can't say part of me wasn't expecting this to happen. We knew when he became cardinal it was a possibility. And when he came out and he said, we have a new pope and his name is Robert, as soon as he said Robert, I knew my brother had just been named Pope of the Catholic Church, and my mind was blown. I waited for him to finish Roberto, Francisco, Prevost, blah, 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 blah. Thankfully, I was sitting down. I didn't have to fall down. When you talked to him on Tuesday, the man you call Rob, did he think he had a chance at becoming Pope? There's always a chance. We acknowledge that. My gut tells me it's not something he probably went out of his way, jumping up and down, campaigning to win that election. I think it was more, if it's God's will that I'm elected, I'll do it. He was man of the people, meet people, help people, shepherd people, and now he's the leader of the church. Do you think he'll continue that now that he's got a real platform to be a shepherd for the people? Do you think that's the way he'll act as Pope? I'm kind of counting on that. But I'm hoping, not just from a personal point of view, but that he travels around the world and visits different countries as the Pope, because he does like to be out with the people, meeting the people. It seems like it would be right up his alley. There's been some discussion of the fact that he's a White Sox fan. What would you say, since you've known him his whole life as his older brother, what would you say makes him relatable? A story from his past, or something that allows for that connection you were just describing? He was a White Sox fan. We grew up on the south side of Chicago. I, on the other hand, was a Cubs fan. He went to more Sox games than I went to Cub games. He's down-to-earth kind of guy. He's a priest, yes. He's a bishop. He's a cardinal. Now he's a pope. To me, he's my little brother. If I get to see him again, I'm going to treat him like I treat my little brother. Until somebody slaps me and says, you can't talk to the Pope like that. He's not the Pope. He's my brother. Yeah, what are you going to say to him, Louis? So I'm going to say, I told you this would happen. Now look what you've done. I'll obviously congratulate him. If I'm allowed to, I'll hug him like brothers do. He is my brother, so doggone it. Yeah, we'll hug, and maybe I'll give him a noogie. Who knows? I got a couple more questions before I let you go, Louis. We are on the eve of Mother's Day. What would your mom think? My mom would be blown away. I'm sure. I was mentioning the same thing. I think I told Deborah, my wife, I said, if my parents were alive right now, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd have to pick them off the floor, call an ambulance, and resuscitate them, because they'd be blown away. Yeah. I was like, I could feel my heart thumping. It's just unreal what something like this does to you when it's that close to your family. It is your family, and now he is who he is. He was just made Pope. It's earth-shattering. It's mind-blowing. And my parents, being as religious as they were, to suddenly be told, hey, your son just became Pope, I'm sure it would floor them. It's just incredible news. Well, and I'm sure I know they're up there smiling. That's right. They get the news up there probably faster than we do. And a final question: when your brother was younger, are there things that he did that you would draw a line back from when he was a little kid to the job he has now? Oh, absolutely. You play kids' games out in the yard. In those days, you went out at sunrise, you came back at sundown. Rob used to like to play priest. So we'd say, let's go play cops and robbers. And he'd be like, I want to play priest first. So we'd all have to go downstairs in the basement while he said Mass and passed out Holy Communion to us. And then we got to go outside and play outside games. And it's like, okay, something going on with him. He's got a calling, he's different. And it just grew from 5, 6 years old as he got older. Some of the neighbors that talked to us would say, Rob, you're going to be Pope one day. And we're like, nah, you're going to be the Pope, teasing him about it. And we never took it seriously. I don't think he did either. But people could see something in him, even back then, that there was something special,
right.
Is the only way I can describe it. And here we are today.
Well,
he's something very special.
Louis Prevost, the older brother of Pope Leo, the man he calls Rob. Louis, we're really grateful for your time. Thank you.